You think we'll see my star there?
A star? You have a star?
Yeah.
I don't think you have a star. I don't remember you getting a star.
Darci Lynne Farmer took the stage on America's Got Talent and captured the hearts of millions with her extraordinary talent. As the young ventriloquist wowed the judges and audience with her seamless performances, the world couldn't get enough of her charm, wit, and puppetry skills. But behind the bright lights and standing ovations, there's more to Darci Lynne's journey than what was shown on TV. What has Darci been up to since her AGT victory? And what surprising details about her life and career have been left out of the spotlight? Join us as we discover what America's Got Talent didn't tell you about Darci Lynne, the young girl who brought puppets back to life. Darci Lynne Farmer, born on October 12, 2004, is a talented ventriloquist and singer from the United States. Many credit her with reviving ventriloquism, a performance art where a performer's voice appears to come from a puppet. Bringing it back into the spotlight. Her incredible talent and dedication have earned her widespread praise, as well as many awards and recognition in the entertainment world. Darci grew up in Oklahoma and loved singing from a very young age. Nevertheless, presenting in public was quite difficult for her due to her high shyness. On the other side, her shyness did not allow her to adequately verbalize. All of a sudden, this changed when she watched ventriloquists performing such as Terry Fator. Their acts sparked something in her, and she decided to give ventriloquism a try. In 2014, Darci entered her first talent competition using a puppet, and to her surprise, she did very well. Her success inspired her to keep going. Over time, she received help and guidance from experienced performers, which helped her polish her skills. Using their backing and getting it done herself, she went on to win a number of other talent competitions in the next 2 years. Darci's big fame arrived in 2016 when she starred on the TV series Little Big Shots. Her work was actually very impressive, and that got popular to a wider audience. Yet her moment arrived in 2017 when she auditioned on the 12th season of America's Got Talent. Not only did she go on to win the program, but she also stole the hearts of millions with her rather unusual brand of singing and ventriloquism. Since then, Darci has become a household name. She has been featured on lots of TV programs and toured all over the country with her puppets. Her star has been her main character, Petunia Rabbit, who is a big hit with the audience and has become a permanent staple of her routine. What makes Darci's story so inspiring? From shy singer to ventriloquist star, Darci Lynne Farmer was born in Oklahoma City. She grew up in a close-knit family with her parents, Clark and Misty Farmer, and her 3 brothers, Nate, Dalton, and Nick. Darci, being a shy person and her parents wanting to help her to get over shyness, sent her to the 2014 International Cinderella Scholarship Program. This event turned out to be a life-changing experience for her. But Darci not only got the title of International Mini-Miss, but also got to meet someone who would inspire her next step. At the pageant, Darci crossed paths with Larissa Bonaquisti, who was the international teen title holder at the time.
Be a cowboy sweetheart, I wanna learn to rope and ride. I wanna ride on the plains of...
Larissa was a ventriloquist, and her unusual ability impressed Darci. After watching Larissa perform, Darci became curious about ventriloquism and decided to give it a try. Larissa shared tips and advice, which Darci eagerly absorbed. In just 1 month of practice, Darci felt ready to take on her first ventriloquism competition. In 2014, she competed in Edmund's Got Talent and, much to the surprise of all, claimed the winner's prize first place. Her performance impressed ventriloquism coach Gary Owen so much that he offered to train her and even serve as her business manager. Darci began working closely with Owen to refine her skills, and she also took vocal lessons from Tiana Plemons to enhance her singing. Darci's hard work paid off. In 2015, she achieved several major wins in various competitions. She won first place in the junior division of Oklahoma's Got Talent, and also took the top prize at Oklahoma Kids. That same year, she competed at American Kids in Branson, Missouri, where she swept multiple categories, including Broadway, specialty acts, and Entertainer of the Year. Despite her growing success, Darci remained a typical kid in many ways. She went to Deer Creek Middle School, her house in Edmond, Oklahoma, until 8th grade, at which point she switched to homeschooling to support her hectic schedule. Even during her middle school years, her rising career made a significant impact. In fact, she missed the first day of 7th grade because she was performing live on America's Got Talent. How did she gradually make a name for herself? The rising star who took America by storm. In March 2016, Darci Lynne Farmer made one of her early television appearances on the popular show Little Big Shots. She sang the traditional tune, "I Want to Be a Cowboy Sweetheart," using her cowgirl puppet, Katie. The show was a success and demonstrated Darci's signature style of singing and ventriloquism. That same year in July, Darci achieved the Vent Haven Convention, an affluent gathering of ventriloquists, to make history. She became the first child ventriloquist to ever appear on an evening show in a convention's 40-year history, headlining before celebrated ventriloquists Kevin Johnson and Todd Oliver. Her charisma and presence on stage showed she was capable of other, even bigger opportunities. In March 2017, Darci expanded her reach internationally by appearing on the British version of Little Big Shots. She repeated, "I Want to Be a Cowboy Sweetheart" with Katie. Who won over audiences in the UK, mesmerized by her ability and her personality. Darci's career changeover point occurred in mid-2017 when she went head-to-head on Season 12 of America's Got Talent AGT show. Her story starts on the very first episode on May 30th. Darci sang Summertime from Porgy and Bess using her puppet Petunia. A sassy rabbit. The performance left the judges and audience speechless. Judge Mel B was such a fan that she pressed the golden buzzer, sending Darci straight to the quarterfinals without having to face the judge cuts. The performance went viral almost immediately, becoming the most watched video in the history of the show within just 30 hours of being posted online. By the end of the year, it ranked as the 4th most trending video on YouTube's top 10 list for 2017. When it was that time for her first Golden Buzzer live show performance, Darci used her mouse puppet Oscar to sing "Who's Lovin' You?" The crowd loved it. In the semifinals, she brought out Edna Doorknocker, an elderly puppet with a feisty attitude, and delivered a powerful rendition of "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman." Each performance showcased her vocal range, creativity, and comedic timing, which kept the audience eagerly anticipating her next act. For the finals, Darci brought back both Petunia and Oscar to sing "With a Little Help from My Friends."
Oh,
a song that highlighted her ability to juggle multiple puppet characters seamlessly. Judge Simon Cowell, not afraid to be frank, with determination, predicted that she would win the show. At the finale, Darci sang a duet with Terry Fatter, the Season 2 winner of America's Got Talent.
Oh my gosh, it's the second season of America's Got Talent winner, Winston the impersonating turtle.
They sang Anything You Can Do Together, and it made a lasting impression on the audience and judges. And on announcing the result, Darci was presented as the winner of the 12th season of America's Got Talent. NBC later revealed that Darci had received the most votes for any finale performance in the show's history. Her victory wasn't just a win for herself, but also for the art of ventriloquism, proving that it could still captivate modern audiences. How did a small-town girl with a love for puppets transform into an international sensation, captivating audiences and breaking records along the way? Darci Lynne's journey through fame and festivities. However, the amazing ability and great appeal of Darci Lynne Farmer kept going even after her huge win on America's Got Talent. In September 2017, she made an appearance on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, where she captivated the audience with her ventriloquism skills and lovable puppets. She also worked the same year with the famous ventriloquist Jeff Dunham in his movie The Haunted House on Dunham Hill 3. In the video, Darci took 3 of her cherished puppets, Petunia, Oscar, and Edna, along on a Halloween outing to Dunham's house, where they ran into him and his famous puppets, Walter, Ahmed, Peanut, and Bubba J. In November 2017, Darci joined Terry Fatter in his stage show at Hard Rock Hotel Casino in Tulsa, an event that showcased her increasing impact on the field of ventriloquism. A little over a month later, she co-starred with the a cappella group Pentatonics in their holiday show, A Very Pentatonics Christmas, in a O Easter egg version of the classic O Christmas Tree with Petunia. For the benefit of fans around the nation, Darci has announced her first national tour, Darci Lynne and Friends Live. Initially planned as a 5-city tour beginning in January 2018, its overwhelming success led to an expansion with 52 stops between January 2018 and January 2019. This included a dedicated holiday section entitled Rocking Around the Christmas Tree with Darci Lynne and Friends, which saw 9 Christmas-inspired performances in November and December. December 2017 was a very active and interesting period for Darci. She took part in the charity event One Night with the Stars at Madison Square Garden. Her December 16th homecoming show in Oklahoma City, iHeartMedia, and KJ 103 Present Darci Lynne sold out within 6 minutes of tickets going on sale. Demand was so great that a second matinee performance was scheduled that day, in addition to 2 further performances on December 17th. She closed out the year with a showstopper, performing at the Caesars Palace in Las Vegas with Fergie during the New Year's Eve party. The momentum carried into 2018 as Darci made numerous notable appearances. In January, she sang Who's Lovin' You with Oscar on Today. In March, she graced the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, a dream come true for many performers, and even made a cameo at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. She returned to Little Big Shots in April, performing the Isley Brothers' classic Shout with Oscar. In May, Darci appeared as a guest on the daytime show Pickler Ben. Throughout 2018, Darci's popularity grew as she participated in high-profile events. She attended the Starkey Hearing Foundation Gala in July and made an appearance on America's Got Talent in August, in which she presented Show Off from The Drowsy Chaperone in duet with Petunia. September brought another television guest spot when she appeared on Kids Baking Championship. The 2018 holiday period was particularly tumultuous for Darci. In November, she sang Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with Petunia and with Steve, and also sang Jingle Bell Rock with Petunia in NBC's Christmas in Rockefeller Center production. She returned to both the Grand Ole Opry and Pickler Ben in December, and lent her voice to the character Daisy in an episode of the animated series Fancy Nancy.
Who loves being fancy? Who's unique? One of a kind.
My Hometown Christmas. The show featured a mix of ventriloquism and traditional singing performances with her four main puppets: Petunia, Oscar, Edna, and Katie. She has also worked with internationally acclaimed artists such as Lindsey Stirling, Toby Keith, Kristen Chenoweth, and Pentatonics. Hunter Hayes made a guest appearance, and the America's Got Talent judges, Simon Cowell, Howie Mandel, Heidi Klum, and Mel B, participated in a fun sketch. Actor Lonnie Chavis served as the special's announcer. How has fame been for the young ventriloquism? From fans to fears. Jose Riba, a Frenchman, is being charged with repeatedly harassing Darci Lynne Farmer. The affidavit further states that after Riba told the police that he entered the United States on May 1st for the purpose of meeting Darci. On May 2nd, when Darci performed at Riverwind Casino in Norman, Darci and her parents each observed Riba in the audience, who snapped photos and dropped off a red gift bag. Darci's father told officers that a man, later identified as Riba, had shown up at the security checkpoint, asking to be allowed into their neighborhood. Riba reportedly requested just 10 minutes to meet with the Farmer family. But security guards did not let him in, and he finally left. The family also mentioned that leading up to Darci's performance, they had been receiving repeated phone calls from a French number for about 2 weeks. This heightened their concern about Riba's behavior. The day after, on May 5th, Riba increased his belligerence by visiting the family's church. According to the affidavit, he approached Darci's mother and asked to speak directly with Darci. Before things could go any further, police arrived and took him into custody. During questioning, Riba admitted to having paid for Darci's personal information online, which included her phone numbers and home address. He further disclosed that he had been defrauded by several people posing as Darci. He lost more than $10,000 respectively. As a result of these events, Darci has filed a protective order on Riba. The young performer and her family have been deeply disturbed by the events, and the family is taking steps to protect both their safety and privacy. This disturbing file brings to light threats incurred by public personalities, and it is a call to protect personally identifiable information in the Internet age. What other achievement has been achieved after hitting the limelight? From cakes to champions and big-screen debuts, Darci Lynne Farmer, the ventriloquist wonder, didn't slow down after her rise to fame on America's Got Talent AGT. In January 2019, she made an appearance on the Food Network's Winner Cake All, bringing her signature charm to the culinary competition. Around the same time, she returned to AGT as a contestant on America's Got Talent The Champions. During the preliminary round, Darci performed a medley of Nutbush City Limits and Proud Mary with her puppet Oscar, thrilling both the audience and the judges. Even though she reached the final 3, she failed to get enough votes to progress. Fans didn't have to wait long to see her again. Darci on this occasion returned as a wild card competitor, and this time she put on a breathtaking show of O Mio Babino Caro with Petunia. At the end of the results show, Darci, working with the puppeteer Bill Barretta, sang and performed a duet of Can't Smile Without You in the role of Edna, while Barretta voiced the Muppets character Rolf the Dog. Eventually, Darci finished in second place to magician Shin Lim, who had also won season 13 of the program. The Fresh Out the Box tour began in February 2019 and highlighted the continued development of her talents. She was busy on tour, but also squeezed in 2 stops of the Barbie Be Anything tour in March 2019, using her moment to give young girls something to inspire them to think big. The following month, she attended a WE Day in Washington, where she used her platform to call on young people to become activists. By September 2019, Darci was back on the AGT stage now as a guest artist with Season 12 finalist Preacher Lawson. She wowed audiences once again, performing It's a Man's World with Petunia. That November, she made an appearance on Nickelodeon's sketch comedy show All That, where she and Petunia entertained viewers with their humor and wit. She also took part in a different WE Day event in Vancouver, further striving to motivate youth. Darci kicked off 2020 with an appearance on The Kelly Clarkson Show, where she performed Something's Got a Hold on Me with Oscar. The performance was so good that she came back for another showing in April of the same show. That month, she joined a new role, a panelist on Nickelodeon's Unfiltered Jay Pharoah host. She also came back to All That as a musical guest, including her take on Something's Got a Hold on Me with Oscar. Darci gave her annual visit to AGT in August 2020 and premiered her one-eyed Australian monster puppet, Ivan. The following year, in April 2021, she took on an acting role in the Nickelodeon show Side Hustle, appearing as the Wombat in the episode Make a Mutt. She also returned to the Ellen DeGeneres Show in June for another memorable visit. The beginning of Darci's 3rd tour, My Lips Are Sealed, Except When They're Not, as well as the finale in November of 2022, coincided with July of 2021. She appeared a second time on AGT in August 2021, singing Louis Jordan's Let the Good Times Roll with Oscar, demonstrating her capacity to make timeless music come alive using puppetry. Darci's skills extending even to the big screen in April 2022 appeared in the motion picture A Cowgirl's Song. Acting alongside stars like Cheryl Ladd, Savannah Lee May, and Jason Allen Smith, Darci stepped into a new realm of entertainment, showing audiences that her skills went beyond ventriloquism. In July 2022, during AGT's 17th season, Simon Cowell publicly shared his list of his top 15 most loved Golden Buzzer moments in the show's history. Darci's performance earned her the number 2 spot, a testament to the lasting impact of her time on the show.
Check out who you put at number 2. I think the whole of America fell in love with this next young girl. It's Darci Lynne.
The following month, she made a special appearance during the AGT season finale, performing Over the Rainbow, alongside fellow ventriloquist Terry Fator and object ventriloquist Celia Munoz. Fantasy League. With Heidi Klum as her mentor, she performed a unique act during the qualifiers, playing the guitar while her puppet Petunia moved on her own. Though her creativity drew some criticism from judges Mel B and Simon Cowell, Darci advanced to the semifinals. In a bold move, she performed solo during the semifinals, earning praise from Cowell for her growth as a performer. However, Darci didn't go to the finals this time. How has her fame made an impact on the entertainment industry? The young ventriloquist who put the spotlight back on a forgotten art. Darci Lynne Farmer's incredible journey on AGT didn't just catapult her to fame, it also breathed new life into the art of ventriloquism, which had been slipping out of the public eye. Darci is credited with enthusing people, again, with the sheer magic of ventriloquism. 1. Her work, laced with wit, with emotion, with dazzling skill, motivated both the public and fellow entertainers to look at the craft in a fresh way. A Buddy TV staff writer, Bill King, was also deeply affected by her performance on AGT, commenting that it was such a seamless performance that it can be easy to forget just how difficult it is to execute. He emphasized that what Darci did was far from simple. It was a masterclass in performance. Darci also earned high praise from Terry Fator, the legendary ventriloquist who won AGT's second season. In an interview with USA Today, Terry described her as one of the most unbelievable, perfect ventriloquists he had ever come across, especially considering she was only 12 years old at the time. He said she was already extraordinary, but predicted she would continue to get better with time. In another interview with Billboard, Terry furthered the praise, calling her, on her prowess as accomplished as Fator's, one of the most talented people in the world. As the praise came from such a decorated person as Fator, it held immense significance. Other respected ventriloquists also recognized Darci's exceptional abilities. Industry veteran Sammy King, whose expertise on the matter, has revealed to the Fountain Hills Times that Darci's ability was clearly obvious. He described her as an outstanding singer with a natural comedic sense that made her performances unforgettable. Another of the great names in the world of ventriloquism, Jay Johnson, posted on his own blog. He said Darci was not only a wonderfully talented young woman, but also had ventriloquism skills that were near perfect. He pointed out that her singing talent was so strong it could stand on its own, even without her puppets. Jay also showed great enthusiasm for the way in which Darci's enthusiasm and exuberant energy might set a whole new breed of ventriloquists, whom he affectionately called belly talkers, in motion. Beyond the glowing reviews from industry veterans, Darci's impact was recognized in a more tangible way. In August 2020, the Edmond Historical Society and Museum in her hometown honored her with a special exhibit called Darci Lynne's Got Talent. The display was like a trip down memory lane, showcasing items that marked key moments in her career. Guests could view looks from her television work, her initial puppet practice clothes, posters from her tours, and even some of her scripts. The exhibit was more than just a party celebrating Darci's achievement. It was also Darci's way of saying thank you for pulling everyone back into the limelight. Do you think Darci's family played a major role on her journey to stardom? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.